JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. William Knibb student killed in suspected shark attack. A William Knibb Memorial High School student was killed at sea during a suspected shark attack on Monday. The deceased has been identified as 16-year-old Jamari Reed of a racecourse Falmouth, Trelawney address. Reed's headless body, with the left arm missing, was recovered from the sea in the vicinity of the Falmouth All-Aid School Tuesday morning, a day after he went spearfishing and was reported missing. He had multiple bites on his body. The Falmouth police are investigating. Man fatally shot on bus in St. Catherine. The Spanish Town Police in St. Catherine are investigating the fatal shooting of a man on a public passenger bus on Monday. The deceased has been identified as O.J. Brown, otherwise called Skilly, a 22-year-old porter of Compound, Central Village, St. Catherine. It is reported that, at about 6:10 p.m., Brown was a commuter in a Toyota Hiace bus. As the vehicle approached the vicinity of Thompson Pen and Greendale Main Road, two men reportedly drove up on a motorcycle. They brandished guns and fired shots, hitting Brown repeatedly. They then drove away. He was rushed to the nearby Spanish Town Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. The police have not established a motive for the incident. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigations Branch is probing the matter. Woman attacked and chopped by machete-wielding robber. Suspect held. A 22-year-old man has been arrested after he reportedly attacked and chopped a woman and then stole her handbag. The man, Russian Smith of a Kingston address, has since been charged with robbery with aggravation and wounding with intent, following the incident at the intersection of Lockett Avenue and Kensington Avenue on Sunday, August 25. Reports from the Kingston Central Police are that, at about 7:30 a.m., Smith attacked a woman who was walking along the roadway. During the attack, Smith used a machete to chop the woman on her left hand, causing it to bleed. He then proceeded to rob her of a bag she was carrying. A report was made to the police and an operation conducted at a premises where Smith was found, arrested and subsequently charged. A court date is currently being arranged. Kingston man charged with fatal Studio One Boulevard shooting. A Kingston teenager has been slapped with multiple charges following the fatal shooting of a man on Studio One Boulevard, Kingston 5, on Monday, August 5. Charges 19-year-old Jamar James of Mayersville Road, Kingston 10. The Halfway Tree police report that at about 4 p.m. on August 5, Michael Duncan and several others were standing on Studio One Boulevard when James, armed with a gun, walked up and opened gunfire at them. James then fled the scene. The police were called, and on their arrival, James was seen running on Lincoln Avenue. The police instructed him to stop, but James reportedly challenged the lawmen, who took evasive action. When the shooting subsided, James was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was assisted to the hospital, where he was treated and admitted under police guard. James was charged on Sunday, August 25, with murder, possession of prohibited weapon, malicious destruction of property, and the 3 counts of wounding with intent. Man charged in relation to shooting at wake for Christopher Martin's grandmother. A major breakthrough has been made in the investigation of the deadly shooting at the wake of reggae artist Christopher Martin's grandmother in Codger Hill last Wednesday. Area 5 Commander, Senior Superintendent of Police Christopher Phillips, on Tuesday announced the arrest of 23-year-old construction worker Junior Coleman of Tredegar Park, Spanish Town, St. Catherine.
Right. Christopher Phillips, Senior Superintendent of Police with responsibility for Area 5 Command, and I'm here this morning with Acting SSP Hopton Nicholson, the Commanding Officer for St. Catherine North Division, and his crime officer is also here, DSP Colin Mackenzie. Now on Wednesday the 21st, about 12:35 a.m., several persons were shot and injured by men at a wake in the community of Codger Hill, which is located in the Point Hill Police District. Another man known as ONeal Spencer, O.C. Taros, 34 years old, unemployed, of Codger Hill District in Point Hill, St. Catherine, was shot and killed less than a kilometer away from the house where the 7 persons were shot. From information obtained and investigations carried out, citizens were at a wake when explosions were heard and men were observed firing into the crowd at the wake. Shortly after, more explosions were heard and citizens stumbled on the body of ONeal Spencer, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to the upper body along the Codgers Hill main road, some distance away from the wake. The police were notified. Citizens and the police assisted the injured persons to the Spanish Town Hospital, where ONeal Spencer was pronounced dead on arrival at 2:40 a.m. Now, in response to this criminal act within the Point Hill space, the St. Catherine North Division, with the assistance of the Jamaica Defense Force and other police formations, have conducted a number of operational activities which were complemented with a high-level investigative team from the St. Catherine North Division. This team worked tirelessly to ensure that the best evidence was gathered to treat with these reports. Now, several statements were recorded from various individuals. Several operations were also conducted in the Point Hill area as well as neighboring communities as the intelligence dictates. Several persons were detained, interviewed, and most of them were subsequently released, pending further investigations. Now, one of the persons who was detained, namely Junior Coleman, otherwise called CJ, 23 years old construction worker of a Tredegar Park address, has since been charged with the following offenses: murder, wounding with intent, possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Also, shooting with intent and conspiracy to commit murder. On the book also is being a part of, participating in, or facilitating serious offense by a criminal organization. There are other persons who are of interest in this investigation. They are Kemar Miller, who goes also by the name Pantyman, Shane Thompson, O.C. Shadyman, Brian King, O.C. Bryco. Other men known only as Maurice, Ratty, Bob, Beer, JT, and all of the persons mentioned, we are inviting these persons to report to the Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch as soon as possible. We understand the concern and fear this incident has caused in the community, but I want citizens to know that we are working tirelessly to bring the perpetrators to justice. We invite anyone with information to come forward and cooperate with our investigation. I believe that your safety is our priority. Together we can build a safer Jamaica. If you have any information at all, please contact the Spanish Town CIB at 984-3164.
United says it has made no commercial oil discovery in Jamaica. The company licensed to search for oil offshore Jamaica in the Walton Morant area, United Oil and Gas plc, is denying claims it has discovered oil off the island's coast. The company responded to the recent online claims in a media release on Tuesday. United confirms that it has drilled no wells in the Walton Morant license, and therefore no commercial oil or gas discovery has been made, it stated. United said it is currently engaged in a farm-out process. It said its 2024 work program is focused on conducting piston core sampling, which aims to detect any oil residue before considering future exploration drilling targets. Brian Larkin, United's chief executive officer, commented that the Walton Morant license is a vast exploration area containing numerous promising prospects. We are committed to improving our understanding of the resource potential within the license area. We continue working to secure a strategic partner to unlock the immense potential within the license including recent positive interest that has been shown by several parties. He said the company will update the market at the next suitable opportunity. On Monday, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz also dismissed the claim of oil discovery, describing it as fake news. Minister unhappy with CSEC maths results. Education Minister Favour Williams on Monday said while improvements have been noted in the performance of Jamaican public school students in the 2024 Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE, the ministry is concerned about the achievement of students in the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC examination, with particular dissatisfaction over the maths results.
I want to turn now to the 2024 CSEC exam results for public schools. Some 33,235 students from public schools were registered to sit the CSEC exams, of which 31,660 or 95.3% sat. There was a slight decrease in terms of the registrations for 2023 versus 2024. For the academic year, Jamaican students in public schools were entered for 34 subjects in the May-June 2024 CSEC exam. This figure was consistent with the regional subject entries among Caribbean countries. The data show that there have been fluctuations in the regional performance in key subjects, specifically for math and English A. And I will turn to those subjects to compare regionally versus Jamaica. So for 2024, Jamaica's math pass rate for public schools was 39%, and for all Jamaica, meaning public and private and other, that figure was 33.4%. When compared to the regional pass rate of 36%, Jamaican public school students surpassed this figure by approximately 3 percentage points. But when you look at the all Jamaica, which is public, private, and other, there was a decline of approximately 2.6%. For English A, well, let me say before I move on from math that I want to issue a caution in terms of the comparison of the figures, the passes for math in 2024 versus those of 2023. If you recall, during the peak of the exam season in 2023, 2 breaches were recorded. The first breach was on May 17, 2023, when the CSEC Math Paper 2 was leaked. CXC reported that it had determined the source of the leak and to mitigate, and was forced to use a modified approach where students were graded based on their SBAs and Paper 1. So it is, I would say, proceed with caution. I would not encourage a comparison with 2023 for the math exam. I think the best year for comparison would be 2022, because in that year the students would have sat Paper 1, Paper 2, and had the school-based assessment as well. So public schools, the results there was 37.3% in 2022 versus 38.9% for public schools in 2024. Obviously, at that level, we are not satisfied with the performance of our students in their math exams, and so we here at the Ministry of Education and Youth, we have to redouble our efforts. We have to have an emergency plan for math to help.
JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.